We didn't plan for this. We didn't coordinate this. We've never practiced it. We haven't educated our citizens. So I think that's what struck me first, is that this is a mess and there's nothing I can do about it.
So August 18th, 2023, temps had been in the mid-90s for several days. We knew that a dry cold front was predicted that day, so a significant weather event with a red flag warning issued for high fire potential.
So I'd been in Cheney and was heading home about 2 in the afternoon. So just as I got to Four Lakes, I could see the huge plume of smoke, and so I was very concerned.
We got the first call report of fire southwest of the city of Medical Lake, about 3 miles. Given the conditions that day, we had some extra staffing on, had a pretty quick response. First arriving units there in about 10 minutes. By that time, winds were sustained at 25 miles an hour and relative humidity was in the single digits. Fuel, weather, topography was all in alignment for some pretty rapid fire growth.
Within hours, we had hundreds of law enforcement and firefighters just swarming to the area. It was a well-coordinated effort, and our first notice was evacuation level 3, so had little opportunity to prepare. And so all of those hundreds of law enforcement and firefighters were just going door to door.
But what was really unique to Great Fire is the number of values within that fire vector or the direction of travel. The challenge you have when a fire enters a city under those conditions is homes become another fuel. And meanwhile, the high winds, gusting all the way to 40 miles per hour, would spot over and send embers right over the lake.
Well, we've got 240 homes that were destroyed by fire, and those were just complete losses. There was hundreds more damaged, over 1,000 people displaced.
We learned that recovery begins the very moment that the disaster starts. And there's so many layers of that, from city infrastructure to these homes that are completely devastated. The first thing that struck me was the debris that was on the ground. My concern for our natural environment here. We have 3 lakes within a mile of each other, and I'm thinking that's a lot of toxic waste on the ground. It looks like a war zone here. And it was a thriving community. It will be a thriving community, but we're small. We can't do it alone. We need the county and the state to step up in a big way and help us to restore what's been lost. Top 3 asks. Well, one is that west shore of Silver Lake, getting them on public water and sewer. We need to get road access. We need water suppression, fire suppression efforts through hydrants, as well as getting that protection of the lake through the sewer and water infrastructure.
In addition to the sewer and water, we also have some pretty big plans to build a temporary housing facility at Waterfront Park. And when families are displaced from their homes, our hearts break for those families. Altogether, when we look at what we're asking for, we're talking about $63 million worth.
So when you look at the Great Fire here, you can say, well, this was just a one-off, and thankfully a fire like this will never happen again, and that wouldn't be an accurate statement. We know right now, and we've known for years, that Spokane, the greater Spokane area, is the largest wildland-urban interface in the state of Washington. And we also know that it's the 4th most at-risk community in the state of Washington for wildfire.
I was just watching a story this past weekend, and I think it summed up the sentiment of Medical Lake really well. It's the kind of place that you take your time to leave. It's really the best kept secret in Spokane County. It's a postcard town, and it has postcard experiences throughout the year.
We need your help, and you should care, because there's thousands of people whose lives have been impacted.